Right into Wednesday's baseball action. In the National League Central, the Dodgers totaled 13 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 5-2. They now have 5 straight wins. The Minnesota Twins finished off a 2-game sweep as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 6-2. The win was their 5th straight as a team. Wilson Ramos really cashed in at the dish with 3 hits and 6 RBIs, helping the Pirates down the Tigers 11-10. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. The Cardinals combined for 4 total home runs as they bested the visiting Indians 5-4. The Giants completed a 3-game series sweep as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 3-2. The Yankees hit 3 long balls as they took down Welcome to Inside the Show. It's the wild day that is the trade deadline. In the National League Central, the Cincinnati Reds grabbed 13 hits in the game as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 8-7. Kevin Newman was clutch with the bat in his hands, driving in 5 runs on 3 hits as the Pirates got the best of the Phillies 7-1. Corey Spangenberg dominated at the dish with 2 long balls and 6 RBIs, helping the Diamondbacks grab a victory against the Brewers 12-3. Xander Bogaerts sent 2 into the seats while driving in 6 as the Padres grabbed the victory over the Cardinals 12-6. He is among the NL leaders in total base hits. The Braves put together 10 total hits as they bested the visiting Nats 6-2. The Miami Marlins launched 3 home runs as they sealed the game with a walk-off win against the Mets 4-3. Cody Bellinger had 3 hits in the contest as the Dodgers grabbed the win against Colorado 4-3. As of today, he is leading the National League in home runs. Jorge Soler grabbed 3 runs driven in as the Athletics took care of their Cross Bay rival Giants 4-3. Randall Grichuk had an outstanding day, driving in 5 on 3 hits as Toronto took care of the Rays 10-4. The Tigers smacked 15 team hits as they beat the O's in Baltimore 9-2. The White Sox totaled 13 hits as a team as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 9-7. The Kansas City Royals combined for 10 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Mariners 5-4. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got the win in extras against the Bronx Bombers 4-3. Austin Jackson added 3 RBIs to his total as the Rangers pushed past the Twins 5-3. David Paulino collected win number 3 this year, leading the Astros to a win over the Red Sox 4-1. The month of August is coming to a close, and tomorrow rosters will expand. But first, here's what happened in yesterday's action. Looking first at the NL Central, the Reds picked up 14 hits in total as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park, 6-2. The Cubs pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they sank the visiting Buccos 3-0. Andrew Chafin earned his 4th win out of the bullpen as the Cardinals took care of the Brewers 5-4. Jose Alvarez got the W and now has 5 this year, helping Washington get by the Rays 1-0. The New York Mets combined for a 4-hitter as they beat the visiting Marlins 11-2. The Arizona Diamondbacks put together 10 total hits as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 5-3. The Rockies allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they secured a win in extra innings over the Padres 4-2. The San Francisco Giants swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they pulverized the Braves 10-2. It was their 5th straight victory. The Red Sox got 11 hits overall as they got the win in extra innings over the Orioles 6-5. Clint Frazier plated 3 runs on the day as the Twins disposed of the Tigers 7-2. The Chicago White Sox combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 4-2. The Seattle Mariners amassed 14 hits in the game as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 7-4. The Cleveland Indians snapped their 5-game losing streak as they defeated the A's in Oakland 12-2. Kyle Cody won his first game of the season, helping the Rangers push past the Blue Jays 6-4. The New York Yankees combined to give up just 5 hits as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 8-3. They now have 5. Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Looking first at the NL Central, Domingo Santana was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs as the Brewers took care of the Reds 8-4. Entering the day's action, the Brewers sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division, 13 games out. And the Reds are atop the division, 6 games up on 2nd place. Albert Almora was fantastic at the plate, collecting 5 hits, leading the Cubbies to a win over the Pirates 8-2. It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. In the National League Central, the Milwaukee Brewers finished off a 3-game sweep as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 4-1. In the standings, the Brewers are in 4th place in the NL Central, 13 games out, while the Reds are 2nd in the division, but they currently lead the NL wildcard race. Yu Darvish pitched his way to his 100th career victory, leading the Cubbies to a win over the Pirates 4-2. It was their 7th straight victory. Welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for making us a part of your morning. Let's jump into the latest news from around the Major League Baseball postseason. In the National League wildcard game, the Giants knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati, as they will now continue their postseason run and move on to play in the National League Division Series. And that'll do it for today's postseason recap. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Hi there, everyone. Welcome to this special postseason edition of Inside the Show. For the 7th and final game of the Major League Baseball World Series, the Twins got 18 hits as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park, clinching the World Series championship. It has been a storybook season for them, and they will look to repeat as champions next year. Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Looking first at the NL Central, the Cincinnati Reds held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they sank the visiting Buccos 5-2. Trevor Story was clutch at the plate with 3 RBIs as the Brewers got the best of the White Sox 5-4. The St. Louis Cardinals sent 3 balls into the seats as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 6-2. The Atlanta Braves put together 10 total hits as they beat the visiting Marlins 2-1. The Washington Nationals combined for 10 hits as a team as they got the best of the 14. The Diamondbacks grabbed 13 hits in the game as they bested the visiting Padres 3-2. The San Francisco Giants knocked out 12 hits as they grabbed the walk-off win over the Royals 8-6. The Yankees took down the visiting Blue Jays 4-3. Greg Bird drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, the Reds pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park, 1-0. The Milwaukee Brewers knocked out 10 hits as a team as they plundered the Pirates 6-0. The Mets tallied 5 home runs overall as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 13-2. The win was their 6th in a row. Sonny Gray grabbed win number 6 on the year as the Nationals took care of the Rockies 2-1. The Los Angeles Dodgers brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they got a road win against Arizona 4-1. The New York Yankees picked up 14 hits in total as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 10-2. The Blue Jays halted their 6-game losing streak as they defeated the visiting Angels 3-2. The Red Sox smacked 15 team hits as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers 10-3. The White Sox had 12 hits as a team as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 5-2. The Royals allowed only 5 hits in the game as they took down the visiting Mariners 4-2. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all season long. The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, Kevin Quackenbush grabbed his fourth victory out of the pen, helping Cincinnati get a victory over the Giants 2-1. Heading into the day, the Giants are in fourth place in the NL West, and the Reds sit in first place in the National League's Central Division. The Brewers allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 2-1. At the start of the day, the Cubs sit in third place in the National League's Central Division, while the Brewers are second in the division. The Cardinals put together 10 total hits as they sank the visiting Buccos 4-3. As of today, the Cardinals sit in fourth place in the National League's Central Division, while the Pirates are at the bottom of the division. The Rockies totaled 13 hits as a team as they took down the Fish in Miami 7-3. Entering the day's action, the Marlins are in last place in the NL East, and the Rockies are in last place in the NL West. Trevor Gott earned the third W of his season, helping the Nats The trade deadline looms large. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, the Chicago Cubs tossed a combined one-hitter as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 5-0. The Braves got 12 hits in this one as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 4-3. The Phillies pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the Cardinals on the road 3-0. The win was their 5th straight as a team. The Arizona Diamondbacks racked up 11 hits as a team as they sank the visiting Buccos 8-7. It was their 7th win in a row. The San Diego Padres combined for 10 hits as a team as they took down the Fish in Miami 4-0. Trey Turner was hot at the plate, collecting 3 hits in the game, leading Washington to a win against the Mets 4-2. He currently has the most doubles in the National League. The Dodgers left fielder, number 5, had a great day, driving in 5 on 3 hits as the Dodgers beat the M's 9-1. The Colorado Rockies snapped their 7-game losing streak as they got the win over the Giants in San Francisco 5-1. Luis Severino collected the victory in his 12th win as the Yankees got the win over the White Sox 5-3. He is among the AL leaders in wins. Keone Kela earned the win, his 4th this season, as Minnesota took care of the Rays 4-2. The Toronto Blue Jays had 12 hits as a team as they took down the Red Sox on the road 6-3. Joe Panik drove home 3 runs, leading the Indians to the win over the Orioles 4-3. He is in the top 5 in the American League in hits. The Detroit Tigers combined to give up just 5 hits as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 3-1. Garrett Richards picked up win number 8 this year as the Angels disposed of Houston 5-1. That now makes 8 straight wins for the team. The Oakland Athletics combined to allow only 4 hits as they took a walk-off victory in extra innings against the Rangers 5-1. That's the show for today. Tune in tomorrow for all the latest news and rumors as the trade deadline approaches. It's September 1st. Welcome to Inside the Show as rosters have expanded. In the National League Central, the Cincinnati Reds amassed 14 hits in the game as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 9-7. Harrison Bader had a total of 3 RBIs on the day as the Cardinals beat their rival Cubs 6-1. He extended his hitting streak to a modest 6 straight games. The Pittsburgh Pirates stopped their 6-game losing streak as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 5-3. The Atlanta Braves completed a 3-game series sweep as they got the best. Hello there, baseball fans. Playoff contending teams are making their final. It's officially. The final postseason teams are jockeying for position. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, the Cubs sent 3 balls into the seats as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 7-4. As of right now, the Reds are in first place. The final postseason teams are jockeying for position. Welcome to Inside the Show. In the National League Central, the Cincinnati Reds allowed only 5 hits in the game as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 4-3. Heading into the day, the Reds have now clinched the NL Central Division and a postseason berth. They will be playing in October, while the Cubs are 4th in the division. They're 15 games back. The Cards knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 5-4. As of today, the Brewers are in second place in the NL Central, yet they currently lead the race for the National League wildcard. And the Cardinals are 3rd in the division, 9 games back. Adam Warren got his 3rd win this season as Pittsburgh took care of the Royals 3-2. Entering the day's action, the Pirates are in last place in the NL Central. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Royals sit in last place in the American League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Braves put together 10 total hits as they manhandled the Marlins 8-2. At the start of the day, the Braves are in 3rd place in the NL East, 10 games out of first. And the Marlins are at the bottom of the Hello, baseball fans. Thanks for joining us on this October morning. Here's what's going on around the league as the postseason rolls on. In Game 4 of the American League Division Series, the Boston Red Sox launched 3 home runs as they stole a victory in extra innings over the Twins, 9.
Let's play ball! Now batting for pitcher first base, number 29, Sean Bland, Liberator. Now pitching for the Reds, number 51, Kyle Rocket. Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 37, Brad Braun. This change for the Dodgers. Now playing third base, number 14, TK Hernandez. Your attention, please. Bench hitting for the Reds, number 21, Daniel Murphy. Now pitching for the Reds, number 28, Kyle Hendricks. Bench hitting for the Dodgers, number 21. Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 74, Jansen. Your attention, please. Now pitching, Eugenio Suarez.
Hi there, everyone. Welcome to this special postseason edition of Inside the Show. For the 7th and final game of the Major League Baseball World Series, the Philadelphia Phillies took down the Red Sox on the road, clinching the World Series championship. It has been a storybook season for them, and they will look to repeat as champions next year.